Hi there. I finally made a custom rogue, so we can finally take a look at that, but it's not particularly great, simply because I have one page of rogue cards, and then another two on the next page, so pretty bad. Essentially, I have a whole bunch of survivability, loads of taunts, and I got a couple golems. And the idea is just to use the spells I have in addition to that to stay alive a bit longer than I otherwise would be able to with those taunts. And of course I have the Murloc Titanhunters, because they're important. Can't not have them. And as you can see, I also earned my Pandaria thing. I wish I could earn the Fireside thing up there, but the card back that is, but I cannot exactly do that without additional PCs. Okay, well, let's see, what is the general idea aside from that? Well, I put a bit of direct damage in, such as charge Murlocs, those bluegills, in addition to immediate 1 damage using the Rifleman. And that's basically it. Taunts and a bit of direct damage. Some of it from spells, some of it from creatures. And I got a couple of things that give me multiple cards at once, which is also, I find, pretty good for a rogue. Alright. Going to save that poison, but I will smack him once. Maybe I should have saved that, actually. If I didn't smack him, it would mean that I would be able to get more out of that poison while still playing things. Yeah, it looks like that was a mistake. Quite the mistake indeed. I could just sap that and then deal some damage. That would not be terrible. I prefer to use it as a finisher. But I'll use it now, screw it. I often find that it's best to just use it because there are so many cards that people use with a battle cry that toward the end and even in the beginning, maybe even more so at the beginning, it's just not viable to use saps because there's so many good cards that people can play that you just don't want them to have back in their hand. Holy Nova! Oh man. Alright, that is not a bad play. See, I have things like that. Things that give me multiple creatures with 1 card, and the reason I have that is because the creatures that I have in my deck, such as the Booty Bay Bodyguard and the Boulderfist Ogre, are a bit too expensive. So I end up in a situation where I need more creatures. I just don't have enough cards in my hand to get out enough creatures. It does tend to be a bit of a problem sometimes. Okay, I could get the Assassin's Blade out and finish that off. It would take a bit of damage out of me, however, so it might be a better idea to just ignore it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Pretend like that just does not exist at all. I mean, even the weapon, I mean, 5 resources is quite expensive. So it's good to have loads of cards like the Bluegill and the Defias and the Silverhand Knight that give you multiple creatures for 1. Does tend to help. Didn't have any raid leaders that I didn't put any of those in, or just any buffs in general, so yeah, could do with a bit more synergy, but if I wanted that, I would be playing a paladin. Alright, I can pull an Assassin's Blade here and give it an additional 2 attack, and that would be quite fancy. So here comes the 2 attack. Lets me finish that off and go straight for his face if I want. I can even give a minion +2 attack right now, or +4 actually. Holy shit. That would be great. Let's do it. +4. And do I want to kill that? No, I would rather go straight for him. Because I am a rogue with a weapon. And if I don't have that weapon, I could just get another one. I'm pretty sure I can outpace him.
Truth is my shield.
That works. That works quite well. Of course, if he doesn't finish something off, which he didn't. Okay, yeah, there you go. Well, I still have a taunt. Okay, that certainly helps. Nice. I wouldn't feel so bad about attacking that. Oh, bluegill. Sure, let the bluegill up. Send him in to get rid of that shield. Use my weapon to get through that. And then finish him off. Sweet. And I've only played a few games with Rogue in Ranked. As you can see, there's a new season. So now I'm at level 5, maybe? Yeah. I'm getting up there. I was, I think, level 2 earlier today on my Rogue. Don't play it often. But let's play again. Yes. So you can kind of get the gist of the deck there. You know, big creatures, smaller creatures that summon multiple, so that I don't have to rely so heavily on having a bunch of small creatures. I just have to have a couple that'll give me, or a couple small and a couple mediums that'll give me a couple cards. All the couples. A few couples.
I must protect the wild.
Watch.
Alright, this is a really good lineup. Better if I were going second. But then again, it always is. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it all. It's a fairly good lineup. I'm not going to see much better than that. I don't even know if I have 1-cost creatures in the deck. I don't know. Probably not, now that I think about it. Okay. Well, we have it even better now. We got this 2, 3, 4, 5 lineup. And it's sort of in the progression that I would want as well. Pretty happy about it. Is this the same guy? No. Well, all these Fireside Friends, I like that. I actually don't like the Pandemonium card backs quite as much as I thought. They're a bit redder than I expected, really. In-game, at least. This could certainly be a hell of a lot better, but we'll throw it down anyway. Next turn, even if he kills my hunter, I'll be able to shoot that and smack it with the Murloc, if I so desire. Oh yeah, and then I have, I mentioned the Golem before, but I have it in there, of course, because it summons more creatures. So there you go. And there's the Golem, there's Silverhand Knight, Murloc, and the Defias. And if I had one more Defias, I'd put that in there. And you'd think at that point, I might as well just throw the Raid Leaders in there. I really probably should, but I guess I would just make it a little bit too similar to the Paladin deck. Okay, so we're following through with the plan that I initially thought of, because that gets us a creature on the board in addition to finishing this off, which is a hell of a lot better than just finishing it off and leaving the Druid over there to set the pace for the next round of fisticuffs. This is a problem. You never really want to finish everything off on the board and leave your opponent with the ability to play something while the board's empty, because that means they dictate how the battle is going to go out from that point on, to an extent. Alright, not bad. Yeti will certainly help with all this armor going up, until it gets nuked, which is, you know, it's inevitable. If it doesn't, I mean, we can play the bear. If he plays something bigger, we can just nuke it. Kind of want to save the nuke, though, for a finisher. Swipe. Alright. Then he just uses his ability next turn, perhaps, to finish that off. But we have this, so that's not going to be particularly easy for him. And a bit more damage. Excellent. Next turn, 6 resources. We can play a bit of 1 damage. We can then throw down the Harvest Golem. Ugh. We have some pretty good options, but of course it will depend heavily on what he plays. Alright, this is a good time for the Assassinate, I think. Yeah, maybe. Any better options? Meh. Just get rid of it. Keep the flow of damage.
Here we
Excellent. So, 7 resources then. That, kind of awkward. Can't use them all unless I draw something. Probably the Boulder Fist, unless he plays something that needs to die. No, I figured he would use his removal this turn rather than playing a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so good. That means we get the Boulder Fist out, or alternatively, we get out the Murloc and that. He could naturalize my Boulder Fist. This would net me how much total damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage compared to 6. They do have nukes that are AoE, so it's probably in my best interest to get this out anyway. Either way, it's risky. But I don't expect him to play a bunch of small stuff, considering what he has been using up to this point, so it is reasonable to assume that if he plays something, it'll be something big, probably with Taunt, as tends to be the case with the Druids. Alright, is he gonna smack that or me? That was awkward. Wow, he really buffed the hell out of himself just to smack me. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. In that case, Assassin's Blade comes out. We do that. And then, what do we want here? More creatures, which one of which would die, or this. This is probably the better option, considering it is more persistent. It's a bit stickier, since he can't just nuke part of the damage using his hero ability. Yeah. Okay, there comes the big taunt, as expected from a druid. What shall we do about it? Okay, that's 2 damage, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so there comes that. And then we can deal 1 damage to it like so. And then deal another 3 with this. And then hit that, getting us another creature. Throw down a taunt to protect our ass. And get in our damage. Getting risky, getting real risky. But we're doing alright. Alright, so next turn probably, I mean, we're probably going to, no. There's plenty he can do right now that'll save his ass. We may very well not get this victory just yet. Okay. 7 mana left and 1 more card. What could it be? Okay. Yeah, that certainly helps. We can do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Alright. Another Boulder Fist. Well, now that is just basically GG at this point. Yeah. Very much so. How comes that? A bit more nub sacks. Yeah. He's not top decking something that can get rid of 2 Boulder Fists. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah. Ouch. You gonna concede or... Oh yeah, excess mana, right. That gives you a card. Another one! Wow, okay. That's quite the combo he's got going on over there. Is he going to pull something out?
What you want?
Oh, victory! Yeah, well, that's unfortunate.
Well played.
Yeah. I don't know if I should... Sure. You gonna concede? Or are you gonna end? Alright then. I shall end it quickly. Cool. So, about Might and Magic Duel of Champions. I've been playing much simply because I haven't had that, 3 a.m. time slots because I just have not been awake at that time, unfortunately. So, well, Hearthstone is luckily a bit quicker, a bit easier to get into. I'll see you next time.